1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 22. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ shall all be made alive. It is argued that since all men are born in Adam and therefore subject to death, the only way they can come out of the grave is to become in Christ, to be baptized into the name of Christ. Hence it is said that only the baptized will be raised for judgment. Those not baptized will remain eternally in the grave. The major misconception in the above interpretation is the assumption that baptized believers are no longer in Adam. The mistaken belief of this assumption is evidenced by the fact that baptized believers still experience the pull of fleshly desires and are subject to death. See Romans chapter 7 verses 18 to 25. The deliverance at baptism is potential, not actual. It is not actual until believers are free from the law of sin and death. Romans chapter 8 and verse 2. When their mortal bodies are redeemed from its power to change to an immortal nature, deliverance begins at baptism, and the process continues in our new life of faith until resurrection to judgment, and if faithful, the granting of immortality. Believers are baptized for the forgiveness of their own sins and not for the sin of Adam. Believers, along with the rest of humanity, inherit the effects of Adam's sin, but not the guilt. And now, Paul, why delayest thou? Arise and be baptized and wash away thy sins, calling on the name of the Lord. Acts chapter 22 verse 16. Baptism therefore cannot be the deciding factor by which God raises the dead, nor does he regard the Adamitic sentence of death as a barrier to his raising the unjustified dead.